What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Dima, I'ma be on the music. So guys, today we're flying all the way to Kampala, Uganda. And yes, there is a strike going on. Not an airstrike. Stop the show. This isn't like Ukraine and Russia. No bombs blowing up or anything like that. And no, this isn't a strike against the current government, right? This is not a strike that people are making in the streets because their employer wouldn't pay them. These are all type of strikes that we know that happen around the world. But today, guys, ladies in the streets are having a strike. Drum roll, please. Because their husbands are not coming home.
What?
That's right. Wives are in the middle of the streets with signs, okay? And they are saying that their husbands won't come home for dinner and that their husbands are spending all of the family's money on side chicks. Can I get booty clapping sounds? Now let's look at these ladies here, all right? And you see there are a few of them. Like this one here says, sad music, wives also deserve trips to Dubai. This other one says, sad music, our husbands are no longer eating at home. Stop the show. Your husbands are no longer eating at home. Well, is it because you can't cook, or what's the reason? Okay, let's look at the other one here. Prices have increased. Camisa money has not. So I think that must mean that prices have increased. Camisa, I think that means like upkeep money, something like that. And stop the show. Look at those sandals y'all got on. No wonder why he ain't came home, baby. Them sandals is hurt. But that's what you're seeing here, okay? These ladies are seeing once the side chicks are hurting our houses. Side dishes are basically taking our husbands. And I want to talk about this because it's a big problem in some of the third world countries. Actually, side chicks are a problem in America too, but they are out here trying to get these side chicks to stop screwing their husbands. But see, here's the problem. These ladies have not figured out what is their role in the process. But let me try to talk about this real quick, okay? Number one, I will admit, if a man cheats on his wife, he is being wrong, okay? I am not by any means glorifying cheating. But I am bringing to the light, as a man, that these women also play a role in why their men don't want to be around them. For example, your husbands are not eating at home anymore. Why is that? Number one, did you let yourself go? Did you become a wife? And did you not look as aesthetically pleasing to him as when you got him? Okay? Because yes, some ladies tend to get married, want to let themselves go, right? And then if your man is middle to upper middle class in a country like Uganda, let it be Kenya, let it be Rwanda, South Africa. Listen, women can be a little bit more ruthless there. All right. Especially if you're entitled, if you're always asking for money, if you're always being unruly, if you're being problematic, then yeah, you can turn the guy off. Too much complaining. You know, these ladies are acting as if they have no role in this. And see, let me just say this. Whenever women have problems and they decide to step out, they can somehow justify it. You know, oh, he wasn't spending enough time with sad music. He wasn't spending enough time with me. He wasn't doing the things that I needed him to do. He wasn't doing X, Y, Z, WT, KRP, all of this other stuff. But what about men? Okay. This guy is out there hustling all day, working all day, What do? Do you cater to his needs? Or are you just running your mouth? And let me tell you, a lot of ladies get comfortable when they get married all over the world. Okay? We all know, childbirthing and things like that. It could gain weight. We understand that. I've seen a lot of chicks though over COVID who didn't even have babies, and a lot of folks blew up. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Got a little BBW there. All right. Not to say that that's a problem, but it could be. Maybe you and him have had problems and, he just can't talk to you anymore. He can't communicate anymore. And sometimes when he comes home, he hates being there. And I've been in those relationships before. You come home, you don't want to come home. You wish you could just go to a bar and get drunk because you just hate being there. You can't talk. You can't be together. And in societies like Uganda, you probably don't want to get divorced because it looks bad. So then these guys start cheating again. I am not glorifying cheating, but the side chick is making an effort to look attractive. And you see this with women who are on the side. Okay. They're making the sex interesting. They're making things interesting. All right. They're trying to do things that make situations interesting. All right. They're competing. The woman who married the man is no longer competing. And guess what? When you're in a place where you don't have a lot of successful men and you have a lot of women who need to be taken care of, they are going to continue to compete. And what you see here are these girls, and this is very similar to what you see in Black America. Here you have women crying and complaining and not competing. You're going to ask the side chicks to stop messing with your husbands instead of out competing them for your husband's time. Yes, your husband should be faithful. I will admit that. You will never hear me argue against that. But what are you doing to keep your husband there? What are you doing to show your husband that you care about him? That you appreciate him for what you do? All right? Do you do that? See, they will say they're doing that, but it will be different if we talk to their husband. See, now, if we talk to their husband, he might tell us a complete different story. His story may be sad music. Oh my goodness, my brother. She doesn't stop talking. She talks all night. She gets on my nerves. She burns my clothing. I need to get away from her. Like you might hear that from a guy out in Africa. All right. He can't stand you. He's talked to you about certain things that bother him in the relationship. But guess what? You don't want to make any effort to change those things. So then he just says, you know what? I'm going to give up. I'm just going to find somebody else that appreciates me a little differently than you. And then when it happens, you're mad. And I know you're mad, but guess what? It's not my fault. Stop crying. Stop complaining. Stop whining. Stop blaming the side chicks for that, and understand the problems that are going on in your relationship, that you don't do anything. Why is he taking some side chicks to Dubai and not you? Because he can't stand being around you. You get on his fucking nerves. That's why. Why do you get on his nerves? How about you stop getting on his nerves and actually be nice? That might help you a little bit. That could help a lot of women. Men don't appreciate women who get on their nerves. Like stop being a problem all the time. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.